Welcome to the Tradier Rundown. I am Jim Uriel. That's Bob Iacino. We together are the hosts of Tradier's The Trader's Edge, which comes at you live on Wednesdays, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. Robert, how are you?
I'm good, man. I think you guys caught me shaking my head to make sure I had like a good look on my face. I get told that I have a resting asshole face sometimes. So.
You have actually not even an active asshole face too. It's just an all asshole face. Not
always there.
We'll talk about that later. Today in the rundown, we're going to talk about Ethereum. Late May, word came out from the SEC that there was going to be an Ethereum ETF. Ethereum responded by rallying 30%. What was interesting to me about that 30% rally, it came in the face of gold and silver having fairly significant corrective pullbacks, and Ethereum was to the moon. Bitcoin was up about 4% in the same time period. What do you think that's all telling us?
I think that an Ether SEC approval for an ETF might be even bigger on a percentage basis than a Bitcoin one was. And the reason I think that is I think a lot of people don't understand Ethereum, and I'm going to raise my hand and put myself in that group. But one thing I know is that Ethereum is not trying to be used as a currency, right? It's a platform. It's a decentralized blockchain platform that people can build other platforms on top of. So in a way, it's almost like an IPO for the public markets, for the traditional markets, the legacy markets. It's almost like an IPO for them because they don't really understand getting into crypto. Now, Bitcoin, okay, I could say, you know what, this is not going to be a currency. The government's never going to let it, blah, 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 all the arguments. But with Ethereum, they're not really talking about competing with the US dollar. They're talking about dApps, which is decentralized applications, smart contracts, and other types of platforms being built on their network. So I think once that's explained more thoroughly, the potential for Ethereum ETFs might be even greater than those of Bitcoin.
So tell me, so Bitcoin rallied along with it, and the entire space rallied some with Ethereum. It is still a tailwind for the space because it is indicative of broader adoption, broader access, more institutional adoption, correct? I mean, that has to be good for every coin, correct?
Yeah, and it should be. Obviously, at the core of the space is the blockchain. And Ethereum, I think, really sort of reaches out to people who say, you know, you always hear these people go, I don't believe in Bitcoin, but I believe in blockchain. That to me used to translate into, I don't understand any of it.
Right.
Right. Because you'd be stupid to say you don't believe in blockchain as a function, right, as a process, because it makes nothing but sense. Maybe we're not using it in the correct fashion, but, you know, the decentralized verification of transactions or actions makes nothing but sense. But Ethereum builds on blockchain itself. It's not trying to replace anything. It's not trying to be a store of value. It's trying to be the platform that other people access blockchain to build what they want on top of it.
But how does that affect the coin necessarily?
Well, it affects the whole space because it brings more credibility to blockchain itself. So if you believe blockchain is something that can work, and then you go, well, maybe it does work on that coin. I'm still having conversations with people, and I think maybe I still put myself in that group that I'm not quite sure what gives Bitcoin its value other than scarcity, and people think it's valuable. And I really think that's it at its core.
Before we go, I want to talk about the fact that we are coming to you on Wednesday, the 29th. The last 2 days, we've had long-term bond auctions, a 5-year and a 7-year, that both have gone very, very poorly. I have posited over the last year that there's going to be a time where the desire and the demand for U.S. debt is going to wane, in which case the Federal Reserve may have to come in and start supporting auctions again. I think this will be an enormous tailwind to all of the fiat currency hedges. Is Ethereum and Bitcoin suitable to be kept in that category, in your opinion?
100%. In that category, I think probably Bitcoin benefits more than Ethereum does. And gold and silver and copper benefit, uranium, those kinds of things benefit as well. But I think your theory is starting to prove itself all correct, and I don't see a flaw in it at this point.
Appreciate that very much. Tell me when you do see flaws. I'm up to my eyeballs in all those things right
now. I don't like saying that to you ever, but I don't see a flaw in
I'm right. Exactly. Thank you. This is Tradier's Rundown. I'm Jim Uriel. That's Bob Iacino. Please join us at 3 o'clock Central Time on Wednesdays for Tradier's The Trader's Edge. Thank you, guys.
All opinions expressed by Tradier Hub contributors are solely the contributors' opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Tradier nor its affiliates and/or subsidiaries. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Hub contributors as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. The contributors' opinions are based on their own personal research, but neither Tradier nor its affiliates and/or subsidiaries warrants its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. Any trades or positions discussed or referred to by contributors may or may not be actual live trades or positions. Such information is not intended to be financial or investment advice. Tradier Inc. is the parent company of Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. and Tradier Inc. are separate entities with their own products and services. Securities products and services are offered through Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. is an independent subsidiary of Tradier Inc. All rights reserved. Member